These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup.
It's notoriously difficult to CS on a turret, but that's no real excuse.
It went severely bad. All right, we're going to headbutt Bolt here from Delight, and the Shock Blast misses. I just don't know whether it's going to be enough. The flash out was optimistic at best, as now Envy, he's turned up. Fate going to get in here as well. Let's see if they can get anything done, but that Permafrost is too strong, and that is 2 kills for Hanwha Life esports.
Great skirmish power there from HLE. They take out Youngjae immediately.
Involving their Rumble, who might be able to help out with these grubs that are going to be spawning in 30 seconds time. I think that Bro, if they're able to actually get that, as there's a Hex Flash to come through here as the special delivery of Polu. He doesn't have Flash, and he doesn't have a hope of getting out of this one. That is going to be the kill. Viper locks it down. And Hanwha are just not letting their foot off the gas.
It's going to be a bit rougher in the mid lane. Also, HLE now picking up those grubs, going to put them in an advantage. Don't even see the Dragon traded off on the bot side, so...
He managed to get all of that CS though, so I'm going to say big improvement.
Yeah, every wave he's getting a little bit better. What?
Going to be okay.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird one. Peanut is going to steal away the red buff, and then Zeka will kill Youngjae. Not entirely sure about what the setup was there, but it didn't go very well for Bro. Oh, as that's 1,000 kills, and he stops just to let us absorb the moment as we get that zoom in.
Goal deficit.
Yeah.
You know, they're ramping up.
This is about perfect timing. As okay, there's a Pulverize onto 2 of them. Delight possibly ready to have a nap. As you can see, they do get lilted, but the Unbreakable Will is pretty powerful here. Viper not feeling like he wants to get amongst it. That's a good flash from Delight as the curtains have been called. Polo in trouble, and there is the setup. That was absolutely gorgeous with the Glacial Prison. Will be picked up by Peanut. Youngjae, he did step away from these grubs, was a little bit worried that Hanwha Life esports were going to go for some sort of trade. They did have vision, courtesy of this Rift Scuttler. We'll get information that this dragon is going to be taken down though, and Youngjae elects to only take a second one.
Yeah, he's been very conservative with these takes. Maybe if he sees Peanut bot, he'll go, it's time for 3rd.
Oh, well, you can see Viper did tank up a bunch of turret shots, as now Peanut is likely to die. There he goes. The arrow is going to fly past, and Morgan, as we mentioned before, decides when he dies.
And it was not that time. You know, Morgan's gone for this full MR build. He was tanky enough to survive both of them, and Peanut just a little bit disrespectful, I would say.
Yeah, Rooken is done here for the On, who is now just going to trade places, heads towards the top side, has short up that gold gap just a little bit by equalizing a bit of that money, but also he's been absorbing a lot of pressure. And so the gold gap has shrunk. Not quite 3,000 anymore, as Peanut possibly stunned up here as there's a bowling ball connection. Youngjae just looking to take down this jungle as Fate getting the inside track here. Watch out, Eep onto Peanut. As the lilting lullaby comes in, he's burning down, but Polu is likely to fall. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade as now Fate goes in. I don't know about it, but they get blasted back, and the curtains have been called. Fate is down so incredibly low, and he's just hit by a harpoon. And unceremoniously destroyed. 3 now on the ground for Zeka. Bit interesting. Haven't seen too many Ghost Blades for the Jace. All right, Delight just going to do it again. Special delivery. Deadly Flourish is not going to land, and Envy just stands his ground because he knows that he's not going anywhere. Bullet going to connect.
Funny when, you know, they're really far ahead, so they're looking for engage.
Yeah, there is just a kill onto Polu. As Delight very happy to tank this one up, as Morgan is like, I will not defend. And he also may just decide that now is the time to die, because the headbutt, gonna be avoided. Still he's going to die, but it was very, very cute. Bowling ball will connect onto Morgan.
I feel like it's always funny when Jin's fed, and you know there's no chance of a turnaround, but he's awkwardly reloading. Like, the Ashe is low HP, and he's just he's fumbling with the bullets. He's dropping them on the floor.
And Delight is having a day out, by the way. I think that Viper's been having a good day, but for me, this one's all about this Alistair just doing everything this game. Bowling ball will connect there onto Doran, and he will be taken down after the flash. Very nicely done. It's in trade for an inner turret on the bottom side, but they'll get the top lane outer as well.
Objective bounties, you know. Make a little resurgence, a bro-surgence.
Oh, okay, so no drift. A little bit of a shame, at least to get the electric sword thingy.
We're progressing. Slightly.
It's more like a dagger, isn't it? That's what a shiv is. Morgan, they do need to invest a fair bit, as in picture-in-picture we're going to see the headbutt pole once again. Envy, oh dear, he is just taking engage after engage. Last tick of Ignite going to be enough to do it. That is 209.
Rushes for him to be...
More Hex Flash activation opportunities.
Yeah. Crouching Delight, Hidden Cow.
Indeed. Or Hidden Cowboy, as that's the skin that he's opted in for. Deadly Flourish going to be avoided, as is the Bowling Ball. And Delight gets the flash, the Pulverize on Envy once again. He's just beelining for this Ashe every single time, and now another Glacial Prison flies forward. The curtains, they have been called, but they do get out of the way. It's only one kill so far, as now Morgan looking to try and find an angle, but misses the second activation. Still, Fate's able to grab one. Zeka in trouble. 2 kills for the Bros, as they're still trying to fight it. Viper and Doran still with a lot of damage. But Youngjae wanting to find an avenue into this fight. Hanwha have found a way out. Doubt our Lord.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Morgan is going to let them live for now. And also let them take his inner turret, which is probably not so good. He is not the carry. Envy is not the main character of this game.
He's there to apply slows so that Morgan can be the carry.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where he's kind of just comic relief, because he does manage to cleanse that one. Equalizer not really doing that much as Polo gets on out of there. That's going to be the kill onto the Lilia, though. And they do waste a lot trying to take down Peanut, who's not likely to die. Morgan dies, GigaChat. And now Hanwha Life esports just looking to try and finish them off. It is Fate taking a lot of damage, stuck between, as we like to say, a rock and a metaphorical hard place. Yeah, that is just an unceremonious pulverization of the Ashe, and the Deadly Flourish is exactly that. Hanwha Life, they will finish this one, and that is 3 kills going over to Viper. 10-0-7. 17 out of the 19 kills he's been a part of. And let's have a look at it again.
Yeah. He is utility only.
Yeah.
He's not doing... Look at the item difference. You know, I talked about the LDR might be coming in late for Viper. He's like, you know what, you're right. I want to just shred through these tanks. I'm building it now. And then he still has a BF towards the IE.
I think he just went back home and said, 1 LDR, please, Boris. He had the cash for the Mercedes. Okay, there is another Glacial Prison onto Envy. And there's a Pulverize onto 3. Delight. I mean, if you weren't going to get POG, you definitely are now. As the Ram is going to get a double knock-up, as now Viper is in trouble. Fate is going to lock that one down with the help of the Lord. It's still probably the end of the game, but that was a pretty cool 1-2 punch there, as Morgan's still at full health. Maybe they'll be able to hold on to some Nexus turrets, but this inhibitor will be going down. And there are minions getting to work on the mid lane as well. With this Baron buff, and I didn't even really witness went down. I think it might have been taken during a replay or something like that, or perhaps my observational skills are not what they used to be. As to the skies, and Polo is going to go to the grave as well. Morgan knocked up momentarily, but is extraordinarily tanky. There's the knock up onto Zeka. The Brittle's going to get procced. Permanently frosted is Morgan, but he loves it when it's cold. That's exactly where he's from, as the arrow is going to sail by inconsequentially. And Bro will chase down Delight and say, you stayed too long on our side of the rift. Because he does like to remind people that they are just not allowed to disrespect them. Otherwise, they will 2-0 you. KT learnt the hard way. See where the Hanwha Life esports are also going to learn, as they do hit the carry with the Glacial Prison, and Morgan just guffaws. He does not care, even a little bit. He's like, oh, I guess you can have my Rookern shield, you peasants. And Hanwha Life will now continue the push. As Envy, he cares a little more. The Equalizer will just melt the Ashe. Solar Flare connects onto Doran, though, as a lilting lullaby, I think, is going to come in. That's a great sleep. The knockups are gorgeous. Doran will be taken down, and Zeka's dead as well. Viper can do nothing. The Bros will destroy you. Put respect on their name as the quadra kill comes in. Fate's gonna get a pentakill.
Never disrespect the Bros.
My God, what is this game? Fate has got 4 items. They are really good items. They do a lot of damage. They still have 2 inhibitors down, but they've taken care of these waves. To go for a little bit of a pincer maneuver, but there is the teleport to come through from Fate. A lot of damage now goes down onto Youngjae. Morgan pretty happily tanking things up. Searing Charge is going to get him out of any trouble as the volley to slow them down. Flash out from Doran here as Morgan throws the Ram the wrong direction. He does not need that to take down Hanwha Life, but that Equalizer is beautiful. But it's onto Envy. It doesn't even really matter. The arrow is going to sail by. It doesn't actually hit anything. And now Fate is just going to be burnt down. My God. Oh, Morgan was back in base defending. and they couldn't do it without their leader.
Oh, Morgan had to retreat. He had to defend the Nexus. He knows it's a priority, but unfortunately, the team cannot survive without him. And HLE should just be able to close this one out. Morgan could do his best, but 1v4 might be too much to ask.
Yeah, 1v4 is just, I think, maybe one too many for Morgan to handle. He is on the fountain, but his Nexus is exposed. And Hanwha Life esports, after a brilliant early game.
I assume this is going to be a build playing around like the Emax early to just poke the cannon out, but also the Wither into Yasuo, into Xayah.
Oh, yeah.
Is suffocating.
One Mark of the Storm away from being stunned up. And will now just walk towards the wave and is going to look for the solo kill. Not hit by the lightning rush, but there is the stun. Minions are helping out as well. The Ghost is on. The Siphoning Strike, and there's first blood to the Lord of the top lane. I need to check on Nasus lore just to make sure that I understand what his story is in Shurima. But first, we're going to check out this bottom lane as Delight and Viper will just look to destroy Envy. There's the flashes all coming forward, and that's Viper picking up a return kill.
Whoa!
As Polu going back in for a bit of an about-face maneuver. Now looks to try and get a kill onto Viper. He'll get it! Oh my god, the turnaround. Still, it is a 2-for-1 trade. But you'll take that. And that's actually kind of big, as Morgan is just going to try and walk this one off. Does have the ult. He's going to try and turn it here, as he is just dead. Doran will be able to get some revenge, as similar story here in the mid lane, as Zeker is going to throw out the last breath onto Fate. Now trying to get these extra autos in, as he does just drift through the minions, but Fate standing his ground.
But you're not getting any positive praise for that one.
And also, it's a Nasus, right? Aren't you supposed to go 0-3 and then at like 40 minutes you come back into the game and one-shot everyone with your Q?
Yeah, he's playing for stacks.
Yeah.
You know, winning lane was a bonus.
And the ultimate's name is Fury of the Sands.
Oh my, you know,
I know, how do we not? It's been so long.
Yeah.
And we, of course, remember Wither because it's broken. We're going to have a look at it in action here as the Fury of the Sands does come out. Spirit Fire, they're both eating it, but there's too much chain CC. Morgan not going to be able to do anything about it, and Peanut just kind of punishing the lack of mobility. Goes down extraordinarily low when you get points into it. And so looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to get done. But Grub's going over here to Hanwha Life esports, and this could just be 6 in the bag. There's going to be a lot of damage to these structures if they can get some time with them.
Yeah, and in fairness, I do think it's not like Bro are lacking damage to structures. You know, between their 3 Triforce users, they'll build on their own if they get some alone time. I think the main thing is that Bro managed to pick up that early Infernal Dragon. Hopefully this Dragon in 10 seconds is a Chemtech, so you know you're not getting a Chemtech Soul, which is fantastic.
Incredible angles that we have seen from this guy, especially on his Rakan. It's one of his most notable champions. That is going to be the Drake secured by Hanwha Life. Mountain Soul to come in. Oh my god, they were quite able to get one last time around.
So I think it's really going to come down to execution of the fight. Oh,
okay, Polo just going to walk in there one more time. That is a phenomenal layering of CC as the Glacial Prison flies in once again. Polo is just going to be dead as Young Jay looking to throw some bowling balls around, but that is a gutter ball.
Just under 3,000, so quickly picked up a lot on the back of that kill, on the back of those plates. And suddenly things start to feel like they're slipping a little bit away from Bro.
Yeah.
They do have that mid-game spike to lean on.
Turret shot, and in comes Peanut. One of our more reliable drivers. Obviously, on the other end of the spectrum to someone like Lehens. As Delight will be able to drive it into the next turret as well. So double charges to come through. Youngjae not going to press that lilting lullaby button just yet.
So
now, yeah, Peanut looking to try and make his way in. And Hanwha just going to say, all right. He's got 318.
Oh, he's pumping the numbers now.
Yeah, better than I thought. And there is a Wither onto Doran as well. Morgan walking aggressively towards the cannon. There's the Fury of the Sands, and it's the Fury of the Bros that Doran has to worry about. In comes Zeker, and Morgan just wants a 1v1 for goodness sake. That well here for Bro, as Young Jay looks for the bowling ball onto Doran. Could have been a double sleep opportunity there, but Zeker is just going to take an inner turret to 0 response. SolarFlare is going to go wide. In goes Delight, finds a double quickness, and Viper is just free hitting, avoiding all of the skill shots as well outside of that bowling ball. but does just kill Polu one more time. Now Peanut looking to get even more. He is on vision. Low. Yeah, Peanut is not so low, as that circle is not really going to work out. Permafrost will connect, and there's the Glacial Prison onto Envy. He does cleanse it immediately, as Peanut's going to have to flash to get himself out of the way. Envy misses absolutely everything, and now Hanwha Life esports are going to continue closing in. Peanut is just the bait every single time. Zeka is also doing some Yasuo things, so just to make sure that Hanwha Life esports take as much damage as possible from it. And now a teleport's coming in from Morgan. He is going to invest into this one. Fury of the Sands and the Ghost both available, and into the backline goes Doran. The wombo combos here before the Nasus even gets to be involved, and they're just all lying on the floor.
Such good setup from Hanwha Life esports. The engage there, flawless. Delight goes in first, Doran and Zeka to follow, and they just absolutely decimate, bro. Morgan's just...
He's waiting for another 1v1, I think.
Yeah, he's looking for it. He's not going to get his chance, I don't think. Doran's going to move away, and they're just pushing mid.
Yeah, another mini wave is going to be set up here as Polu, thankfully, not with a very long death timer, but they're never going to be able to defend this inhibitor. And it's familiar territory, unfortunately, for the bros. Yeah, not quite. As Envy is in melee range with Peanut and is now just dead. I don't know how that happened, but I'm going to put it in the cons column here for the bros. Young Jay tries to watch out Eep, but he's the one saying Eep in this moment, as Morgan is going to throw down the Fury of the Sands, and I can feel that fury, that it is not going to be enough to win them this game. In goes Polu, out goes Fate, and it is that sort of lack of coordination that has been plaguing the bros so far in this game, and it's going to continue, as it looks like Hanwha Life esports are done with this one. 10,000 gold the lead, and they are just going to end it here in 23 minutes. The Baron was picked up, and then they just said, we are out of here. That is precisely what's going to happen. The Blade Call are going to come in, but it's the ace picked up by Doran on the Fountain.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.